What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, man. I'm back with another video, man. And listen, I want to give a shout out to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the Hold My Nuts channel, man. If this is your first time, I already know why you're here. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops, and you're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture. You are in the right place, man. I'm excited about this video today, because I truly believe it's going to change your perspective and it's going to put things in proper context. You're going to be set free today. You're going to have power. You're going to have insight. So I need you to watch this video all the way through to the end, because you're going to spiritually elevate from this video. The title of this video is Lust is a Weakness That Leaves You Vulnerable to Spiritual Manipulation on Semen Retention and NOFAP. Spiritual manipulation. What is spiritual manipulation? What is it? That's the question. What is spiritual manipulation, and why is lust a main component to that spiritual manipulation? Why is lust a main component to spiritual manipulation? Could it be because maybe it's the easiest thing for the enemy to use in order to get us to fall into sin, because God created something that is so phenomenally just amazing. He distorted it and he uses it as a weapon against us. And that lust that's been traded for love, that lust is causing spiritual manipulation. Now, I really need you guys to put on your thinking caps. I really need you guys to put on discernment. I really need you guys to have insight, because I'm going to do my best to break this down for you in the most simplest and practical terms as possible. Okay. Spiritual manipulation. When you think about spiritual manipulation, manipulation is the changing of your mind. Okay. It is the changing of your actions. It's to get you to do things that you wouldn't necessarily ordinarily do. Right. It is to bend your will towards the will of another. Spiritual manipulation is prevalent. Spiritual manipulation is something that you must be aware of as a man. That's why you have to have discernment. And that's why men who are controlled by lust, no matter how successful they become, they end up losing it all. How many stories have you seen? Men who were professional athletes, they had all this money, they lose it all. Lust. Not only lust for women, but lust for fame, lust for worship, adoration from fans, just lust in general. But the main component is the lust for the opposite sex. It's a lust. It's a pulling. It's a nudging towards sexual immorality. And you experience this in your own life. Spiritual manipulation. A lot of you guys don't even know that you're being spiritually manipulated, because you don't have discernment to perceive the women that are around you. The women that are around you are spiritually manipulating you. Not only can women spiritually manipulate you, other men can spiritually manipulate you, because all they need in order for you to be spiritually manipulated is for you to fall into sin, for you to create an open portal for the curses of sin to take hold of you. And these things affect you, affect your life in your waking life. They affect you now, not later. They affect you now. Spiritual manipulation. This is why you have to cast out that devil of lust, that demon of lust, that demon of masturbation, that evil spirit who is urging you to use your laptop Your cell phone has instruments of destruction. You have to cast that devil out. And I told you guys in my other videos, these spirits, these lust spirits, these masturbation spirits, these spirits of pornography, they do not come out unless you fast and pray. These are very strong and stubborn spirits. Very strong and stubborn spirits. And when they get hold of you, they do not let go easily. So let's get into spiritual manipulation. And I'm believing it's gonna bring light to the situation. Now, I'm going to be in the book of Numbers. The book of Numbers, chapter 25. And I'm going to summarize this. But you can find this story in the book of Numbers. And it goes with the prophet Balaam and the king of the Moabites, Balak. Okay, the king of the Moabites, Balak. Now, Balaam was a prophet of Israel, but he was like a mercenary prophet. He was in it for the cash, right? He had a gift. The Bible says that gifts are given without repentance. He had a gift. God made him a prophet, okay? And the children of Israel were excelling. They were growing in numbers. And the king of the Moabites, Balak, he became fearful at how fast the Israelites were growing. See, what happens is when people begin to see your shine, when people begin to see your star glowing and expanding, that's when the devil unleashes an attack against you. When he sees you're about to elevate, when he sees that you're about to reach the pinnacle of God's divine plan for your life, this is when he sets up an attack against you. He sets up an attack against you in order to bring you down, to bring you low, in order to make you take 10 steps back. This is how retrogression gets in. Spirits of retrogression, spirits of stagnation, spirits of delay, right? You can open doors for these spirits when you participate in sexual immorality. Masturbation is probably the easiest thing to do because you can do it yourself whenever you want. You just got to duck off and you go to town desecrating keyboards, laptops, and the desktops. Come on, man. When you begin to elevate, that's when Satan unleashes an attack. Prime example. I want you guys to read this story, but I'm going to summarize it for you. So Balaam is a prophet of Israel, but he's not really for Israel. He's for the cash. Okay, so the king of the Moabites, in his fear of the growing number of the Israelites, that they would one day overtake them and make them their slaves, he goes to Balaam to curse the Israelites. He goes to Balaam to curse the Israelites to bring them low. So he's fearful of the acceleration. He's fearful of the exaltation. He's fearful of the might, the brilliance of the people of God, the Israelites. He's fearful. He can't stand to see. He can't fathom the thought that this nation of people will someday surpass him. So what does he do? He resorts to spiritual manipulation. He resorts to spiritual manipulation. What is spiritual manipulation? Spiritual manipulation is witchcraft. Spiritual manipulation is witchcraft. It's when a person sets out to stop your rise or to steal from you what God has ordained for you. They're coming to take it away. And they're coming by way of witchcraft. In this video, spiritual manipulation. I told you guys, manipulation is the changing of your actions, the bending of your will to something else. It is to get you off track. It's to get you off point. It's to throw your whole life off of its trajectory. Okay, so he goes to Balaam and he says, I need you to curse these people. So what does he do? He builds 12 altars. We had a video the other day, and I was talking to you guys about altars. Check out that video if you haven't. You devil worshipers, check out that video. I'm going to explain in that video altars, but he builds 7 altars and he puts 7 bulls on the altar to offer up a sacrifice so that Balaam could actually go and curse the people of God. There's somebody in your life that wants to curse you. Whether you believe it or not, there's somebody who doesn't like you, who is willing to actually put up payment for your destruction. There's someone out there who's willing to put up payment for your destruction. They're going to a witch doctor. They're going to someone who's versed in these spiritual arts. Apologize about the text messages. They're going to someone who's versed in spiritual arts, who does divination, incantations, witchcraft. They're going to this person in order to bring you down, and they're bringing payment. So when you go to a deity to do a particular thing for you, you have to offer up a sacrifice. That's why I told you guys, when you beat your meat, you're offering up a sacrifice to Satan. He's getting something out of that ejaculation from you. You think that semen is just desecrating that keyboard, laptop, and desktop. No, it's far deeper than that. He's taking your spiritual seed and he's using it for his kingdom. Spiritual manipulation. This is why lust is so critical. This is why you must free yourself through the power of Jesus Christ, Yeshua, the Hamashiach, so that your will is not bent to that of a demon. Because the whole purpose of the devil is to steal, to kill, and to destroy you. What Balak wanted to do was he wanted to steal from the Israelites. He wanted to destroy the Israelites. He wanted to kill the Israelites. And he was doing this through spiritual manipulation, a.k.a. witchcraft. So he's begging Balaam to curse these people. But Balaam is telling him, listen, I've went to God. I've inquired. I cannot curse these people. They are blessed and protected by God. They're blessed and they're protected. See, what happens is when you're obedient, you have a hedge of protection around you. Spiritually, you're protected. The fire of God is consuming you, right? It may not look like it. Your life may look like nothing's going right for you. Your life may look like you're not winning, but trust me, you are winning. The Bible says that we walk by faith and not by sight. Sometimes you can't see what God is doing on your behalf. And you let outside circumstances in your life, whatever those challenges may be, you let those things dictate to you the spiritual condition of your life. And then that's when you're susceptible to sin. That's when you're susceptible to, you know what, things ain't going right. I tried, I did this. And then you slip up and you beat your meat. Or you go have a one-night stand. Or you go with old girl and you do the do, right? You go do your sin. And then when you do the sin, the condemnation comes on you. And you're sorrowful and you're mad and you get that post-nut clarity and you're back to square one. And now you've allowed the enemy to seep in these evil devices to affect and to alter your life. But I want you to understand something. I want you to understand that lust, if you don't control your lust, if you can't beat down lust through the power of the Spirit, you're going to be spiritually manipulated. This video is about to get good. It's about to get good. So he's urging Balaam to curse these people. So Balaam is telling him, listen, man, I can't curse them. He comes back to Balaam again. He comes back again a second time. He builds 7 more altars. He's offering this prophet money, riches, wealth, fame. He's offering him the world to curse these people. There's somebody out there that hates you that much that they will actually go to offer up payment, summon demons to come and curse you. And they can't curse you. So the way Balaam is saying, I can't curse him, I can't curse him, I can't curse him because God's protecting him. When these people go to these witch doctors on you, when these people go to these sorcerers on you, they're saying, I can't curse him, I can't curse him. God's protecting him. I can't curse him. I'm sorry, I can't. There's nothing I can do. He's protected. There's angels around him. God is with him. But you're looking at your outside life and you don't realize that God is really with you because the devil is trying to play on your mind that, God is not there because things in your life may be going slow or things that you've been praying for haven't materialized yet. And you can get caught up in what you see. I got this tattoo that says, do not allow the eye to fool the mind. We start, when things are not going our way, we start to look at the outer appearance instead of keeping our eyes on the spiritual. You feel what I'm saying? We start looking at the outer, not knowing that what the witch doctor sees, what the warlock sees, they see something totally different than what you see. They see the angels of God giving charge over you. They see the angels of God protecting you. They see the fire of God all over you. And the curses that they're trying to send to you cannot materialize. They cannot work. So after this struggle between Balaam and Balak and him not being able to curse the children of Israel, Balaam, this wicked prophet, suggests to Balak that he enticed the children of Israel to sin. In doing so, it will cause God to curse them. So I want you to see what it says in Revelation 2 and 12. Revelation 2 and 12 is going back, we're referencing back the story of Balaam and Balak. And it says this: Balaam, the prophet of Israel, told King Balak how to get the Israelites to commit sin. Think about this, man. By enticing them to have sexual transgressions with foreign women. Excuse me, guys. With foreign women and worship other gods. So the prophet of Israel is telling Israel's enemies, household enemies. A lot of you guys have household enemies. This could be your mother. It could be your father. It could be your brother. It could be your sister. It could be your cousin. But there's people in your family that don't want to see you rise. That they'll turn you over for a piece of bread. So he tells Balak, the king of the Moabites, he says, entice them to sin with foreign women and idol worship. And guess what happened? The Israelites, they fell for it. They walked right into the snare. It says the Israelites fell into transgressions due to the traps, and God unleashed a deadly plague upon them as a result. This is in Numbers 31 and 36 where you can read that story. But it referenced this, what Balaam actually did in Revelations 2 and 14. So because these men did not have control of their sexual desires, because they were driven by lust, they slept with these women. They committed fornication with these women. They committed adultery with these women. And they gave Satan, they gave their enemy a way to curse them. A lot of you are at the edge of breakthrough. A lot of you are at the edge where God is going to unleash unimaginable blessings in your life, and Satan is trying to knock you off. Satan is trying to knock you off before you grow exceedingly great. Oh man, this is a message today. Satan is trying to knock you off before you grow exceedingly great. He's scared, so he's trying to find a way to curse you. Balak was afraid because the Israelites were growing in numbers. They were excelling. He was afraid. He was looking into the future saying, it's inevitable. These people are going to overtake us, make us their slaves. This is what Satan is saying about you. You guys are at the edge of breakthrough, and Satan has come to unleash a wicked attack against you to get you to fall into sin. I'm saying keep your head on a swivel. Do not fall for these traps. Do not fall for the devices of Satan. It's only to knock you down. That's why lust is a weakness. It's a weakness that's going to make you vulnerable to spiritual manipulation. That manipulation is going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to set you back. It's going to cause you to miss out on what is waiting for you. God's plan, his purpose for you. It's going to cause you to miss out. There's somebody, you have household enemies, people who don't want to see you rise, man. They don't want to see you rise. They can see your star. What I'm telling you today, I hope this video helps at least one person. If I'm speaking to you, drop a comment, man. Let me know so I can be encouraged to keep doing what I'm doing. Some of you are at the edge of breakthrough. Your life is about to change. And things are not going right, or at least you don't think they're going right because you're looking at the outward appearance of your life, not knowing that God is really working for you behind the scenes, not knowing that your angels are there protecting you. God is showing you things in your dreams. He's showing you your future in your dreams. He's also exposing your enemies in your dreams. He's exposing their plans and schemes in your dreams. He's letting you know the playbook. But because you don't see it in the physical, you think it's not happening. But I'm telling you today, it is happening. See, what you see in the spirit is what is. That is the will of heaven. That is what you need to pay attention to. Don't focus on what you see with your physical eyes. Focus on what you see with your spiritual eyes. Understand that Satan has a plan for you. That if you have if lust is in your heart, you are not going to be able to build for God. You are not going to be able to establish God's temple. You are not going to be able to do anything significant, because as soon as you make progress, the lust comes, you fall, everything that you built crumbles, and Satan sets you back, and you never really get there. Spiritual manipulation. Lust is a weakness for spiritual manipulation, man. Don't let the devil steal from you. Don't let these evil spirits steal from you. You're close. You're there. And he knows that when God really opens up the floodgates for you, you're going to have to get some new devils coming at you. The devils that you're dealing with now, they won't even be a match for you. They ain't a match for you now, but they're trying to convince you that they are. But when you get to that next level, in life, when your spiritual authority increases, guess what? Now it's going to demand for new devils. But it's also going to demand for more angels who excel in strength and war to fight on your behalf. This is Hold My Nuts podcast, man. I'm going to put the Bible verses in the description, man. Also, if you want to support the ministry, bro, I'm going to leave that link in there. You could drop some if you want, man. But I hope this word really bless you, man. I really do. We elevating right now. We're elevating spiritually. We're soldiers, man. We are a part of the army of God. We're warriors, bro. We're warriors. You can do this, man. Don't let your failures stop you. You can fight lust. You can overcome lust. Remember the video I dropped the other day, man? NOFAP or die. Don't give in to sexual sin. Wait for the proper time. Wait till you get your wife. Wait. Release your seed in the proper context. where God is pleased. This is Hold My Nuts Podcast, man. I'm going to holler at you guys in the next video. Peace.